Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Nicole, aka Coco. Most people call me Coco because of my grandmother. In front of me, you see on the right, it's my grandma Theola. I miss her. That's my dad's side. Of course, this is me, beautiful as usual. This is me, my grandma Theola. This picture, I had to bring that picture back. I copied it. I can't remember where I did, but she would not allow me to have this picture unless I promised. My grandma Theola, her right here, unless I promise to bring this picture back to her. It's the only one. It's a copy. I don't know what the original is, but it doesn't matter. But this right here, her, she's my foster mother. She's my foster mother. She's my mom's mom, and she was my mom. So I just want to start with this kind gesture, and I want you guys to know that I love you. I hope everyone has a great day. I hope this message gets to whomever in time, whether it's morning, evening, or afternoon. I have so much love for everyone. Everyone that did me wrong and did shady things and cruel, hurtful, mean things to me, I forgive you. I forgive you. And I'm going to move on with my life. I'm coming through today with kindness and love. And I do hope that this message comes across someone that it can help. Maybe this will help some family members. I just need you guys to know if any family members, biological family members, I'm not coming around. This message doesn't mean that I'm coming around. I don't want you to get the wrong message. I don't want to lead anybody astray like I was. I don't want that. So what I'll start with this is that if I triggered anyone or triggered anyone through this message, I do apologize ahead of time in advance. However, what I need you to do is hopefully you'll go get some help. Hopefully you'll get therapy. Hopefully you'll stop projecting. Hopefully sooner or later you'll stop being the problem. And until then, this is probably going to keep going on. Like I said, with love and light, I wish that this message gets to whomever it needs to get to in time. I wish that whomever is bothered, I'm going to repeat it. If this message doesn't fit you, if it's not for you, it's not for children, I think you should just leave. Delete, leave the table. Delete the message. Just go or give it to someone else that can need help. So, again, I got to apologize because I know what I'm about to say. It's going to hurt a lot of people. And I don't got time for this anymore. But I know I was told by God that I need to share this message. And I need to get it out. So I'm going to do it. So this is what we're going to do. Let's get it ready, y'all. So, excuse me. So I'm going to start off with this. It's called Let Me Explain How Several Times, several occasions, I was sexually abused by 5 different family members as a child, and nobody did nothing about it. All right? I know that scares people. I know that's scary. But you have to realize that there's a lot of other people that's been dealing with this other than just yourself. And it's not just about just you. Because there are many, many hurt people out here that needs help. So if you don't want the help, leave. So let me go on. From the beginning, locked in the closet for being forced to do what your mother won't do is what he said. My mom's boyfriend, he would get me gifts, ice creams, toys, and candy. I was allowed to sit on his lap. I was left with my mom's boyfriend and made to put my mouth on his body part regularly. If I didn't, my brother, if I didn't, my brother wearing Pampers at the time would have to. Do you want that, Nicole? Is what he asked me. He called it. It's your turn for me to give you ice cream. He told me I can help him feel good because my mother won't make him feel good. He taught me to not put my teeth on his body. Open my mouth more. Hold it open until I couldn't breathe while pushing his body part in my mouth. Holding my head down with less options to breathe. I feel his body shake. He pushed me. Then he holds me. Then regularly, I had to allow him to put his ice cream all over my face. Then I go to the bathroom and clean my face, is what he told me to do. I didn't get that sweet ice cream, that creamy sweet ice cream. I didn't get that too much anymore. The new ice cream is chunky, warm, thick. And it tastes like veggies to me as a child, something I didn't want in my mouth. I almost felt like I'm going to die receiving his ice cream. I moved too fast. It moved too fast. Excuse me. It moved too fast and all around my mouth that I can't breathe now. I'm choking. In my mouth, I can't. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm choking. In my mouth, I cannot breathe with his ice cream. It's in my eyes. I can't see. The new ice cream I hate. I hate it because it was nothing like the ice cream he gave me before. I touched someone in the house, a family member, age 5. I was. It was 2 boys that lived there with my mom and my brother and his wife. Also, there was an uncle that lived there with his wife. Excuse me. There was an uncle that lived there with his wife and 2 boys. That house was over west. They knew I was being locked in the closet. And for what, as a child, I felt like they all agreed that I should be in the closet. Why? Because I'm the problem. It's all my fault. It's all my fault why we must leave. It's always my fault. It's my fault is why we're homeless now. I was told by my mom that I always ruined things for her. I didn't know what whore meant then. I'm 5. I just wanted to be loved. Nobody talked to me. I'm the problem. I had to keep quiet. If I didn't, I would be punished. I wouldn't stop explaining what happened. That was the only thing I could talk about at 5. If I talked about it, the closet, I must go. She needed quiet time. Yes, the closet was quiet time. That's what she called it. While everyone else was passing the door, I could see from the floor people passing me by over and over again. Hurtful feelings. I can't play with anyone. Why? Because I'm the bad girl. Now at Grandma's house, Beaumont Avenue off of York Road, back and forth at Granny house, age 6, 8, I go. Between living at the shelter and passing through different people's homes at that time, I didn't know where my mom or brother was. I was left at Grandma's house. No one liked me. No one helped me. No one loves me. No one wants to play with me. No one's allowed to play with me. I hear them talking about me. Nobody does nothing. Nobody does nothing but look at me like I'm peeing in the bed right there, standing in front of them. They all look at me with disgust. I'm embarrassing the family, is what I told. I never knew I was a victim at that point. I need to do better. I need to act right. I need to stop crying. I don't understand why no one likes me right now. Left me alone to be babysit with other cuz. He lays me down and sticks his finger in me. He started to lick my bottom area. I don't know what this area is called at this age. I didn't understand why is this happening used because I am used to a body part being put in my mouth. My older cousin, the cuz with the bent finger, he has underwear on and I'm told to lay down. He doesn't take out his body part under his white underwear. He doesn't give me much instructions like my mother's boyfriend did. He licks me a lot of times. I close my eyes. He keeps on licking me and holding me down. I grab on his underwear to tell him, I'll do, pointing at the front area of his underwear. He says no and get up and leaves me there. I get up and start talking about dick, 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 suck, 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 dick. I said that a lot, I remember. Because I didn't know. I did not know. I absolutely did not know as a child what that meant. I learned what that meant with my mom's boyfriend, what he made me do. I learned what that meant by having other people that was around me. Other people would point and say things like that. I didn't know what it meant. That's how I learned what it was. That's how I learned what it meant. What I was doing with my mom's boyfriend. It was called sucking a dick. Excuse me. This is what they were saying, talking while I was standing right there. Being babysit watching Chinese porn cartoons in the rotation with many other cartoons that I loved so much during that time. Yes, I said it correctly. Chinese porn cartoons were in the rotation of watching the regular cartoons every day. When my oldest cousin babysat me along with other cousins in the home of 805 Beaumont Avenue. Meanwhile, my mom, I don't know where she is. She's not there. But I was supposed to listen to this cousin that has the crooked finger that laid me down. I'm supposed to listen to him now. Now we were watching Chinese porn in a rotation of the other cartoon. And it's Chinese cartoon porn, by the way. Back at grandma's house after being left at the mall for the third time by my mother because she didn't want kids, this isn't what she wanted for her life. This is what she told me. Nobody helped. My grandmother let me stay at her house again. Once I found myself back at the house from my mother leaving me at Towson Town Center 3 times. No one helped. No one acted like they cared. I woke up from my sleep and I thought what happened was what I was supposed to do from before and before. I'm being molested. I don't even understand or know what that word means. I didn't know what this was, but this same family was there while watching our morning cartoon and sex cartoons. It was the norm. He's displaying to me what we seen on TV is what was shown to us both by his older brother while babysitting us, while showing what to do with me when he did to me from the sex Chinese cartoons. No offense to the Chinese, by the way. I love you. I acted like I was asleep to block it out. I like this place in my head now. The thought of not being called stupid or dumb or a hoe or a deeming child. I haven't been called demon child in a while, nor being locked in a closet, or, and it's all your fault. I wish I never had you, is what she would tell me all the time. I can't stand you because you look like your father. You're messing my life up. I wish I never had you. No hugs. No I love you still from my mom. No talking to me unless asked to. Stay in a child's place. Those are the rules. Or back to the closet you go. For me, at that moment, I felt free. I felt like I can control this time. This time, I can control this. I feel like someone wants to be around me. I'm not going to say anything because someone wants to touch me. I'm not left alone. I'm not embarrassing the family. I'm not being told I'm a bad girl. I thought that whatever this is, it feels good. So why am I being locked up and why am I being thrown away like trash? I kept my mouth closed to what I didn't understand and what I couldn't explain. Yes, I let my cuz stick his fingers in me for attention and stick his penis in me for attention. I was curious about those cartoons. Those porn cartoons was about that came from his oldest brother. His oldest brother was showing us while babysitting us in the rotation of the other cartoons. I knew that he knew that those cartoons was those cartoons. I knew that he knew about those cartoons. So I acted like the sex cartoons with the same cuz at that age. This was around 10, 12. I always wanted to be a Care Bear or a Thundercat. I love the Smurfs and I definitely loved My Little Pony. The Reading Rainbow, oh my God. Along with that Get Along Gang, man, I loved it. I love Mr. Rogers and Cabbage Patch Kids, Muppet Babies. Man, all those classics. You know what? I never came across the sex cartoon porn. I couldn't understand why why am I allowed to have a Tweety Bird swimsuit from my grandma? I was happy. Why don't I see any sex cartoon swimsuits? I felt very pretty with my Tweety Bird bathing suit my grandmother got me. I felt as a child, I felt like I wanted to look like the girls on the sex cartoons. They seem to be wanted. They seem to be touched. They seem to be talked to. They seem to be hugged and loved. I wanted it. I didn't see that on the Cosby Show. I didn't see that on Different World. I didn't see these on the television shows. What I was going through, it wasn't on TV. I couldn't understand. Why am I seeing this and no one understands me? I just couldn't explain the sex cartoon. I just said the cartoon with no clothes on. The cartoon where they take off clothes and they lay on each other. I did not understand. I didn't want that porn cartoon shirt or the bathing suit. I just didn't see it anywhere. I just didn't see that one like the other cartoons I had watched and I loved. We all was in a rotation of watching the cartoons that we liked while adults are babysitting us. Over on Frisbee Street, off of York Road, Old York Road in Cater. I'm still a bad girl though. I'm still a bad little girl. No one helped me. For that matter, no one helped anyone. I'm alone again in my head. Excuse me, guys. I'm alone again in my head. I'm alone again in my head. I need help. No one's helping us. No one's helping. Everyone's ignoring it. It's my fault as usual. I'm the problem. You're a demon child. I was asked to go to my aunt's house, her daycare center, from my mother. I was living with my grandmother. My mom asked me to go help my aunt, to help her with her daycare children so that she can go to night school. Frederick Douglass, I believe. She went there while I help her fulfill her teacher. I believe she's the principal now of a whole bunch of children. Anyway, I helped this woman with her daycare kids while I'm still being called a demon child. I'm still living with my grandmother, and I'm asked, and this time my grandmother was my foster mother now. Whew, man, this is a lot. I'm tired already, and it's exhausting, guys, and just bear with me. My job at the daycare center was to get these kids ready to get picked up by their parents because she had to go leave to school in the evening. The way I seen it, I was her little mini me. This home is on Summerfield, Sedonia area. I'm 13, 15 age now. I haven't figured out how to stop allowing cuz same age myself as myself. That cuz that the same birthday as my mom. I can't stop him. I don't know how to. I don't know how to stop him. I have no place to sleep. Everyone had a room. I was to sleep on the floor or couch. Those green velvet couches were so uncomfortable. I didn't get paid. I worked at that daycare center, and I helped her take care of all those children. I was allowed to eat there. I was allowed to shower there. And I was allowed to help her do her job. All I have now here is in that place is him. That one. That one that has the birthday as my mom. That one that had to watch porn cartoon with me, with his older brother. I'm stuck here now. Everyone thinks I'm dumb. I'm stupid. That's how I feel. I'm not getting locked in a closet now. I didn't have to do what I don't want to, and I didn't have to do anything I didn't have to want to for a long time now. I just don't know what to do besides try to fight him off. I don't want to be in trouble. I'm always he's always climbing in his bedroom window into his bed, into me, his dick inside of me. I don't want it anymore. I don't want to play the Chinese porn game anymore. I'm awaking out of my sleep to him. I don't know how to handle this, but I let it happen because it's about to be over real soon. His brother, the middle brother, tells me I gotta do what I'm doing with him, or I will tell on you. I'll tell my mother, is what he said. I'm scared. I don't want to go back to the closet. I don't want everybody hating me. I don't want to get left at the mall. I don't want everybody to just think I'm the bad person. I just don't want to be isolated. Didn't know what that word meant at that age, but I felt it. Excuse me. I don't want to be left alone again. I don't want to be left alone again. I tried to fight him off night after night after night until I just gave up. Tired. I let him. I kept letting him. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to do this. I didn't know who to trust. I don't feel how I felt about this son, her last son. I don't know what to do with her last son. I don't like this situation anymore with reenacting the cartoon when we was at our grandma's house. when I didn't have a foster mother, when I was left with his older brother to babysit us with the Chinese sex cartoons. This was no longer an experiment for me. We're not watching sex cartoons anymore together. We're not trying to reenact or play or act like as if we're on that cartoon like we would do with any other cartoons. I asked my mom's sister, can I sleep in the other bedroom? The middle brother, he's okay to sleep. It's okay to sleep in his room, is what she tells me. Now because I feel safe because I can lock this door. And he's not there. It was safe to me. Now that he's back from his girlfriend's house and now he wants me all the time. He won't leave me alone. I'm afraid my aunt's going to find out. She's not going to like me, love me, or talk to me anymore, is what I felt. This is too much. He starts to see his father feeling on me. No one's saying anything. He tells my mom, I tell my mom because she knows what happened to me. She knows what happened to me. She said, Nikki, you need to put on bigger clothes. You need to cover up more. It's because of the way you look, Nikki. You need to put on bigger clothes. You need to do better. You need to protect yourself more, is what she told me. This is what she told me, my mother. It's all my fault again in my head. I have to figure out how to get myself out of this situation. That's what I figured what she meant. Their mother, my mother's sister, my aunt, turns her head while her husband is molesting me. I surely didn't understand what that word meant. I most certainly didn't even know how to spell it at that time. Every turn I make, fighting off her children and her husband, all three people in this daycare want sex from me. I'm still not safe in another family member's house. Finally, I give up. I let the middle brother have me. As he's putting his pencil-sized dick in me, I figured that while he's about to shake, because that's what I think that is. I don't even know what coming means at that time. So I call it shake as a child. So when he started to shake, I run fast. I thought that that's how I'll get him back. I felt that I won up on him. That's what I thought my mom told me to do. I'll show him. I'll run. I'll run as soon as he starts shaking. As soon as he starts to shake. I'll run now. This is what my mother meant. I won't let him finish. I'll just get up and run. I'll show him. That's what I thought I was supposed to do to protect myself at that age. After they wouldn't leave me alone after this, while I'm being left alone with them three, I started to plant traps around the house. I started to leave. I started to just leave traps around the house so they would leave me alone. I put crayons in a dryer with people's clothes. I didn't care. I thought that's what my mother meant by protecting myself, and I'd do better. I started to turn the hot water off while whoever was in the shower. I thought that's what that meant by do better. I was forced to do middle son's hair. I put way too much black wax in his hair. I thought that meant do better. Children. Amazing. And these were adults around. Excuse me, guys. I paused again. I left shit on me on purpose. Or sometimes I just didn't shower in order for someone to leave me the fuck alone as a child. I put makeup and fingernail polish on his nails or powder on his face, food, dirty baby Pampers On his face while he slept, I did that to the youngest son to make him leave me alone. I poked holes in the aunt and uncle's waterbed on purpose. They kept asking what's going on. I did it intentionally because her husband wouldn't stop kissing and licking my ear when she was around and when she wasn't. Yes, I thought that's what my mother meant by do better. I was afraid of all of them. I was still alone and trying to figure out what to do. I started to drink my aunt's coolers. That helped sometimes. It spaced me out sometimes. I felt a little bit better. I found out through my youngest cousin, the one with the birthday from my mom. He found some paperwork from his mom about his father having hepatitis B. I didn't know what that was. Once I looked over at the paperwork, she was upset. We had it. I was so scared for my life. I knew soon I couldn't sleep. I knew soon I was going to have to let him have me as well. I was tired from staying up scared. I knew out of the three, they wanted sex from me. Nobody let me sleep. Everyone had their doors closed. They had a home. I still didn't. I knew I was going to have whatever. I knew I was going to have whatever my aunt has for her husband sooner or later. What that means is I knew that whatever she has or he has, I'm next. Hepatitis B. By this time, the second brother got what he wanted because I couldn't fight him off anymore. It was really important for me not to be hated again. I didn't want him to tell on me. That was important to me. And then I'll be hated and no one talks to me again. Everyone turns their back on me. No one can play with me. I'm the problem. I'm the demon child. So yes, I let him. I let him because I didn't want to be locked out of this family. I didn't want to be locked in the closet. I didn't want to be left in the mall anymore. I didn't want to not be fed as a punishment anymore. I knew that if his mother and dad cared about him, they wouldn't care that this happened. I wasn't cared for. She was the same aunt that said I'm a bad little girl when I told on her oldest son when he laid me down in my grandma's attic on Beaumont Avenue. I can't trust her now. I knew my mom and my dad didn't care about me. I have nobody to love me, nobody to protect me. No one cares about me. I decided to confess. I told the truth. I told my oldest, I told my mother on Oliver Street at the age of 15, 16, just before prom. Excuse me. Just before prom time, that next year or two. Mom, I'm tired. I'm tired of him touching me. She tells me not to go to the daycare center anymore. She tells me they have found a replacement for you, Nikki. I said, who? She said, don't worry about it. I said, is it his girlfriend? She said, don't worry about it. I love those children. That was the only fun and awesome thing that went on at the daycare center for me. They loved me. I missed them. They cared about me. I cared about them. She told me they didn't need me anymore. That hurted. That's what my mother told me. And then she walked back into her bedroom and closed her door. Never talked about it again. This is how they handled this last situation with me being sexually assaulted by 5 different family members as I was a child. I always thought it was my fault. I always thought that I was a demon child. I always thought that I was the problem. I do apologize if this message has triggered anyone. I am sorry. I do wish and pray that whoever goes and seek help, speak to a counselor, speak to a therapist, talk to your nearest physician. My intention is never to hurt anyone. I give out so much love, light, and I just continue to live my life the way I choose to. This message is not for me to reach out to anyone from my biological family to reach me. I'm unreachable. I'm untouchable. Leave me alone. Use this message to your own discretion. I hope this meets who it needs to in time. I hope with love, light, and joy that whoever reaches this message in time, I just hope that you can save another life. I hope you can. With love and light, guys, I love you and I wish you all the best. Stay tuned because it's not over for me. God got so many testimonies for me to share. And like I said, I'm untouchable. I'm unstoppable. This message is not for me anymore. It's not just my story anymore. This is everyone's story. So with all that bull about don't embarrass the family and don't share our business and no. And well, if I do this, no one wants to talk to me. No one wants to bother me. Y'all been isolating me since a child. I'm an expert on being isolated. Excuse me. You can't do anything to me anymore. Stealing the inheritance that my mom left for me after she died. You can't get no colder than that. And with respect to that, I forgive you. Y'all can have it. Is that cost? That was a big price to pay for you guys to just leave me the fuck alone. So, with all that said, guys, I wish everyone the best. I love everybody. And I hope that you would not fucking bother me. Biological family. Leave me alone. I hope that this message will reach whoever in time with love, care, and abundance. Please, everyone, try to be your best authentic self. Because that's what God wants. God creates leaders. God creates people that are strong-minded. God always protects his child. Till next time, guys, I wish you all the best. I love you and I forgive you.